You know, as a stand-up, I've been to a lot of places, and I probably shouldn't say this on TV, but I'm gonna say it. I think Montreal is the best city. And I think when your roads are finished, I think it's gonna be the ultimate city. And it's not very far away either, because they were working on them 15 years ago when I first came out here. So I think literally any day now. Well, sadly, that joke works in every city in the world, because it's a universal issue. You know, it happens everywhere. You just want to go from point A to point B, and suddenly you're not going nowhere, sitting in the middle of the road. And I would say it doesn't get any worse, but it does, because then they lie. They put a big orange lying sign right in front of your face. It says something like, road work. Well, I'm sitting in my car like, well, clearly road not work. And since we're on the subject, man not work either. Man do fuck all. Man smoke cigarette, lean on shovel, stare at hole. So in conclusion, road shit. Man shit. Shit hole. I'll never forget my first trip to Canada. It was many years ago. It was the winter, and I went into a bar, and they were watching women's curling on the television. And I thought it was the most sexist thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Because from my perspective, what I saw was a really stressed out looking woman in very tight clothing, pushing what appeared to be a really large coffee pot, while two other women sweep frantically around it. Man, I was just waiting for there to be a table full of dudes ice fishing and playing poker on the other side. It's a great time to be alive, though, because one good idea could make you a billionaire. One good idea. I got an idea for an app. I want to run it by you. Okay, what's the first thing a lot of people do when they get served a beautiful meal in a restaurant before they even take a bite? What do? They take a photo. Why? So they can put it online and show their friends how great their life is. This app lets you take a photo of your meal, and then it uses the GPS function of the phone to pinpoint your exact location and send a drone and kill you. I think it's gonna be it's really precise too. It doesn't even take out the other people at the table. I think it's gonna be a big hit. It's called Hunger Strike. And my favorite function of this app, and the one I'm most proud of, after it annihilates you, it automatically logs into your Facebook and checks you in at hell. If for any reason you think I'm a mean person, I'm really not. I won't even take part in this trend of making fun of millennials. That's the thing now, make fun of millennials. I'm not gonna make fun of millennials. I'm not, because I got a lot of respect for anybody that's over 1,000 years old. I want health tips. It's a tough time for anybody to be alive right now. I think that smartphones are really affecting our thinking, really affecting our minds, and maybe not in a good way. My friend teaches 5th grade in Northern California. She's nearly in tears one day. Arj, the kids can't read. I mean, they can read, but they can't focus. You know, these kids grew up with iPads their whole life. She tried to get them to read a 5-page article, simple article, The Life and Times of George Washington. She said, even the brightest kids couldn't get through it. Then they start zoning out, getting all fidgety, losing focus. Then she got smart. She changed the name of the essay. She changed it to, this president chopped down his father's cherry tree. What he did next will amaze you. And then the kids couldn't tear themselves away. And she also spread out the text so it was only a couple sentences per page for like 50 pages and put an ad on every page. I think smartphones do a lot for you, but I also think they're making us worse people. I mean, I'll say it. I think they're making us more entitled, more impatient. I think they're making us more demanding. I mean, think about it. Only a few years ago, if a taxi showed up at your house in under 10 minutes, that was a windfall. That's like, glory, hallelujah. Now with Uber, it's like, what? 7 minutes? What the fuck is this guy doing out there? I mean, even when you know that it's a GPS glitch, I'm still like, God damn it, look at this jackass. Now he's floating sideways over a building. Thank you.